Hey Mentees, Rob64 here. Welcome to another edition of Near Mint Condition, Gaming Edition, where today we're going to talk about big giant Microsoft Xbox Showcase. E3 unfortunately has been cancelled. It's my E3 shirt. Video game companies are resourceful, bringing us promos, presentations, and what we should buy next. So let's use this technology to share. What better company knows how to share media than Microsoft? But before we jump into what Microsoft had to unveil, let's talk about some things that happened right before the Microsoft event. Nintendo Direct! No, not the Nintendo Direct we're looking for. This is the Nintendo Direct Mini. We saw a couple of cool things. We saw a release of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne HD, Shin Megami Tensei 3. So this is going to be a remake of this game. That's cool by Atlas. Looks beautiful. I've never actually played the third Shin Megami Tensei, so this will be a chance for me to get into that. Also, I'm super pumped for Shin Megami Tensei 5. That's going to be unleashed in 2021, and it looks great and creepy and frightening and scary. So, okay, some people were giving this Nintendo Direct a bit of a hard time because of the lack of content, but if you're a Shin Megami fan, you are super pumped. If you're a WWE fan, WWE Battlegrounds looks fantastic. They actually got like real wrestlers in camera, like Asuka and such, fighting and playing. It looks kind of fun. I am a big fan of No Mercy, so, maybe one day that game will actually come back into fruition. The Nintendo Direct Mini in Japan showed a game called Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. And this is a side-scrolling action/farming game where you're making rice and providing it for your family. And your upgrades apply to weapons in this side-scrolling adventure where you can snap around by using Bionic Commando Ninja Gaiden-esque techniques and hitting enemies and stuff. It looked fabulous. Fabulous. No English whatsoever in the trailer, so I really am not sure exactly what's going on, and I have no idea if this to be localized. But it looked wonderful. Please bring this to America. Right before the Microsoft press conference, they unleashed a number of cool demos for us to try out here at home. Some of the demos included games like Destroy Our Humans, Mafia 1, Torchlight 2, Coffee Talk, which is really a beautiful game, and the one that got me most excited was Skatebird, where you're a bird on a skateboard. I don't need to say anything else other than go try this game. It's awesome, hilarious, fantastic, and beautiful. Skatebird. So check out those demos and tell me what you liked in the comments down below. The moment we've been waiting for. Last month, actually about 2 months ago, Microsoft had a game expo and they showed a couple things, but it was really kind of disappointing. So this is Microsoft's chance to shine and show us what the Xbox Series X hardware can do. They claim it's the most powerful console in the world. Are we going to see games? Before that started, there was a pre-show with Jeff Keighley from the Game Awards. And there's a lot of cool things that were shown off here that got me really interested. The first thing they showed off, and of course I screamed out loud, was Dragon Quest XI. This is the definitive S edition, and it's coming to Game Pass, and it's coming to the Xbox. This is the first time this Dragon Quest game, any Dragon Quest game, has been on the Xbox. And this is the definitive S edition. So you're going to see the extra character stories. You also get the cool 2D mode. This is going to be on Xbox. That's fantastic. Now, the PlayStation version and PC version that already exist, they're getting this update too, so they're going to get the definitive edition as well. So if you haven't had a chance to play Dragon Quest XI, don't at me. It's the best JRPG in 10 years. Maybe even 20 years. You have to play it. It's wonderful, it's fantastic, and it's available on even more platforms in a definitive fashion. So, all in for this, and it'll be on Game Pass. Exomecha by Twisted Red. This is a first-person shooter, and you're in an exosuit similar to Titanfall, and lots of robot first-person shooting action. It looked really, really nice. High frame rate, 60 frames a second, lots of shiny things, lots of things getting blown up. And this comes in 2021. Should be cool. Ubisoft showed off Watch Dogs Legion. Just more footage from this game, but it looks good and it's getting close to being released, so it should be here fall this year. Check it out. Echo Generation by Coco Cucumber. This is interesting. It's a very blocky pixel Minecraft-esque type game, but it's also more RPG. And it's beautiful lighting, beautiful graphics, yet that strong block pixel aesthetic. I'm hyped to it. I think it looks really cool, and as a big fan of RPGs, I'm looking forward to it, and this will be here in 2021. Have you ever wanted to go into your creepy neighbor's house and figure out why there's so many missing people? If you haven't, that's fine. Hello Neighbor is getting a sequel, Hello Neighbor 2 by Dynamic Pixels. This is a stealth horror game, and it looks really nice. And in fact, you can get an alpha today on Steam by going to helloneighbor2.com. So check it out. That'll be here soon, next year. There are a bunch of other indie games that were shown as well. I think it's really cool that Microsoft is embracing indie gamers with their ID at Xbox initiative. So lots of cool things that will probably make the system stand out will be indie games. So keep your eyes peeled for what future indie games are coming. I am a huge Sega fan, sort of. Yeah, I'm a huge Sega fan. I'm a huge Sonic fan. And I'm a huge Knights fan. And when I saw Yuji Naka appear on the screen with Naoto Oshima, these are guys who are responsible for Sonic and Knights. And they talk about a new action game. I got pumped. So then we see their new company called Balan Company. This is under the Square Enix publisher. And their new game called Balan Wonderworld. It looks so awesome. And they call it an action game of action games. There's 80 different unique costumes and abilities, and it has a very, very strong Knights vibe to it. And again, I love Knights. Play Christmas Knights every year. It looks great. I'm so super pumped to see these guys come back together and bring us new gaming content. So I'm all in for Balan Wonderworld. Now we're ready. Microsoft's ready to show off their showcase. And if you were Microsoft, what game would you show off first to the masses for the Xbox, the most powerful console in the world? That's right, Halo Infinite, 343 Studios. And it looks like Halo Combat Evolved. It's supposed to be a spiritual reboot of the series. The environments are absolutely huge. Epic vistas. It will ship with multiplayer. It's supposed to have 10 times the processing power of Halo 5 and running at a solid 60 frames per second using the new Slipstream engine. Brutes can toss like grunts, and Master Chief is there, and it does look good. I can't say that it doesn't look good, but it doesn't look next generation to me. But Microsoft has also emphasized that they're more about the platform rather than the hardware. So Halo Infinite will be available day one on Game Pass and on Xbox One and Xbox Series X. So maybe it will look better as time progresses, but it's all about the gameplay. If they're trying to embody the original Halo, they've done this. They got the look nailed. But will it live up to the hardware? I guess we'll have to see. State of Decay 3 by Undead Labs. This looks really, really, really nice. We have cool environments, lovely characters, and scary freaking deer zombie things. Unfortunately, this isn't real gameplay footage. This is just what they're shooting to make the game look like. So, I don't know. So let's move on quickly. Instead, we're going to talk about Forza Motorsport. Turn 10 Studios is now taking over this. It was stunning. Probably the most beautiful thing I saw during the presentation. Absolutely gorgeous automobile 60 frames per second in-engine footage. Gosh, I love driving 100 meters and then stopping. Please let me play this game all day. So, Forza Motorsport's not number 8. Coming soon. Not sure when. Hopefully soon. They did not release a date, but hopefully it'll be a console launch window game. I cannot wait. Rare showed up next at the conference. And Rare are the makers of Donkey Kong 64, GoldenEye, Banjo-Kazooie, RC Pro-Am, Sea of Thieves. They're awesome British developers. And they came to show off Everwild. This game looks gorgeous. This is their open world-esque, beautiful, third-person action adventure type game. I don't really know exactly what's going on here, but it looks really cool, and Rare always brings high quality, high level presentation and beautiful graphics. So don't know when we'll get a chance to play, but I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more about this, and it looks really good, and this is going to be on Xbox first. Next up, Tell Me Why by Dontod. This is a supernatural story. It has a very Life is Strange vibe going about it. It's a tale about these two siblings. One is going through transition, and they're having these supernatural relapses. Also, the company is taking a different approach to spoilers. We saw how spoilers really got in the way of The Last of Us and things like that. So, the folks at Dontod are actually putting the story back online. So, people who might have hesitancy about certain tropes being fulfilled can read the fact and be like, oh, okay, that's not going to happen. It sounds interesting and looks to be a cool story, so I'm definitely going to check it out. And that will appear in August. Moon Studios is willing to show us Ori Will of the Wisps, but enhanced for Xbox Series X. So it'll run at 4K, 120 frames a second, and it has some low latency technology built into it. If you haven't had a chance to play Ori Will of the Wisps, it's a wonderful side-scrolling, gorgeous shadows art game. Fabulous platformer. So it'll be even better on Xbox Series X. I'm looking forward to it. I just now need to buy a 120Hz monitor. Private Division and Obsidian, he's been busy, showed off the next DLC for The Outer Worlds, Peril on Gorgon. I love Outer Worlds. The game is great. Great RPG action, great graphics, fantastic story. Kind of like Fallout, but I'm not going to say it's good. Kind of like Fallout. Very good game. So we're getting more DLC, and that's coming out soon. Looking forward to that. Obsidian's also working on a game called Grounded, which is a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids kind of game where if you want a big, huge game of the year, you want Cyberpunk. But for this, you're little kids in a big environment outside where trees and leaves are much taller than you. It looks really fun, really cute action game. I'm all in for it. Check it out, and this comes out fall of 2020 this year. Should be cool. The big one. Again, Obsidian's been busy. They're known for RPGs, and we've been asking for real fantasy RPG from Obsidian for a while. So we're going to get it with Avowed. So this is a very Lord of the Rings, Skyrim-esque first-person RPG set in the world of Eora, which is from Pillars of Eternity. So rather than isometric, it's now first-person. And it looks really, really good. This is the type of Obsidian game that we've been looking forward to. So I am pumped and all in. When will we see it? Hopefully soon. I'm not sure. There wasn't really a date. But graphics is great. This is what they're best at. Give it to me. Fantasy RPGs all day. Check it out. Avowed. As Dusk Falls by Interior Night. This is an indie studio led by an ex-Quantum Dream designer. Quantum Dream is known for Heavy Rain and Beyond, Two Souls. So those really cool story-driven narrative games. So this is an interactive narrative drama. It's a mixed family that has been taken hostage by a white family. That sounds terrifying, but it looks really interesting. We should definitely see some really cool narrative writing and cool beats. Should be a great story, and I'm looking forward to see where Interior Night is going to take it in the future games that are coming out for them. So again, As Dusk Falls, look for that. Ninja Theory showed off the latest little bit of Senua Saga Hellblade 2. They talked about how it's going to be released on Xbox Series X using the Unreal Engine 5, which we had a demo of Unreal Engine 5 a couple of weeks ago, and it's gorgeous. So that probably explains why Hellblade 2 will look just as beautiful. The game takes place in Iceland, and there's a dev diary you can check out right now that's hot that talks about some of the locations that they scouted out for the game and what it looks like. So check out that dev diary if you're interested in Hellblade. If you haven't played the first Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, you absolutely should. It's a wonderful game. A very deep game, but a wonderful game. Check it out. We see a Double Fine logo on the screen. Then we see Tim Schafer, and we see Jack Black, and we hear Peter McConnell. So that can only be one thing. Psychonauts 2. Awesome. It's been 20 years. We've been looking, okay, not been 20 years. We've been looking forward to seeing the sequel to the Xbox game Psychonauts for years and years and years, and it looks fabulous. Jack Black was singing one of the main theme songs in a true Tenacious D fashion. It was hilarious and epic and awesome. So definitely looking forward to this gameplay. Wonderful psychedelic graphics. It's kind of like third-person adventure games of yesteryear. Really looking forward to this. So Psychonauts 2 coming soon, hopefully sooner rather than later. Stalker 2 from GSC Game World. It's supposed to be a launch exclusive and a sequel to the original open world first-person game that took place in Chernobyl, which is a really slick game. What we saw, unfortunately, was not in-game graphics, so let's move on to Warhammer Dark Tide. This is by Fat Shark Games. This is going to be 4-player co-op, and it's coming out in 2021. So you're a fan of Warhammer-type games, this is the next one, and it should be good for you. The next thing Microsoft showed, a little bit biased, a little bit close to my heart. Enhanced Games was showing off Tetris Effect Connected. It started off with footage of Alexei Pajitnov, the creator of Tetris, Hank Rogers of Bulletproof Software, who helped Alexei Pajitnov and his Tetris game be brought into everyone's mind. Then it showed 17-year-old prodigy and classic Tetris world champion Joseph Salih. Then it showed Green Tea, Tomohiro Tatsujima. He is the classic Tetris world champion high score master. Then it showed Tetsuya Mizuguchi, guys responsible for Space Channel 5, and Rez, and Luminous, and Meteos, and Child of Eden, and Tetris Effect. And then it showed me, little old me, and my girls, and my family. I thought this was a really cool presentation that they put together to unleash this game. This is Tetris Connected. It's multiplayer. It looks stunning. If you ever had a chance to play Tetris Effect as is, it's on PlayStation already and on Oculus Quest, and it's in PSVR as well. And it is definitely my favorite iteration of Tetris. The Mizuguchi games emphasize music and visuals to go along with gameplay, and this is no exception. Tetris Connect is coming to Xbox holiday 2020, and it'll be a free upgrade to the PlayStation version and the Epic Game Store version and the Quest version summer of 2021. So it was I'm very humbled to be alongside helping these guys out promote this game. So thanks to Mizuguchi-san and Mark McDonald and all the guys at Enhance. I'm really looking forward to your game. The Gunk by Image Informed Games. This is from the creators of SteamWorld, and it's a beautiful, colorful, otherworld alien environments with all kinds of nasty enemies, puzzles to solve, and you have a vacuum cleaner that sucks up the gunk. Now I get it. Kind of like Luigi's Mansion. It looks really nice. It looks really pretty, and this is coming hopefully soon. So check out the Gunk. Our dear friends at Bloober Team, makers of Layers of Fear, Observer, Blair Witch Project, are now showing off the Medium. And the Medium looks super creepy. There's lots of duality gameplay going through these creepy environments and otherworld glitches and parallels. I expect to see a lot of Bloober things where I turn and look at a door and it's there, and then I look again and it's gone. I expect that cool Bloober gameplay and terrifyingness to show through on this. So this is going to be a console launch exclusive, which is really awesome. And I believe the composer from Silent Hill is involved in the project too, which that's really awesome to help out with the oralness. So yeah, the Medium looks super creepy. Looking forward to that. So check that out. Console launch exclusive. One of my favorite consoles is the Sega Dreamcast. And one of the games that I put hundreds of hours into was Phantasy Star Online. So now we're going to get Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. What's the difference between Phantasy Star Online 2 that we've already had for a while and this one? Way souped up graphics, new engine, new gameplay elements, and but you can use your existing PSO2 account with this one, and characters can go back and forth. I am super pumped for this because I did play a little bit of PSO2 back in the day, but didn't get into it like I did PSO1. But now that I have a little bit more free time on my hands, thanks to being in quarantine, wash your hands, wear a mask, I'm really looking forward to this, and it looks great. I had lots of nostalgia of fighting monsters and teaming up with my buds, playing this game cooperatively. CrossfireX by Remedy and Smilegate Entertainment. This is a first-person shooter. It's not on Game Pass. And if you listen very closely to the trailer, you can hear the remix of X is Gonna Give It To You by DMX, but it's very melancholy. So the game looks pretty cool. I'm looking forward to checking it out, but I had to talk about it because I don't know how in the world they got the rights to the song, but hey, that's all good. But now let's talk about the last thing that Microsoft wanted to show. And this is the biggest open secret in the gaming industry. Maybe not the biggest, but one of them is Playground Games is working on the next Fable. Playground Games are the guys who did Forza Horizon. And this has been about 15 years since the original Fable from Peter Lamo's Lionhead Studios released back in the day. And this is a very open, very huge, big idea role-playing game. And it also has quite a bit of British humor in with it. And we saw that in this trailer where we have a fairy going around all these cool environments and everything, and then she's eaten by a frog. Such a shame, such a waste. Anyway, we got a glimpse of what Fable could look like, and it's acknowledged that it's coming. No date, but hopefully not too long from now. So that's it. That is the Microsoft Xbox Series X game showcase. And all these games, other than CrossfireX, are going to be on Game Pass. So for $10 a month, or the big Ultimate Game Pass for $15, where xCloud is coming to everything, you may consider that. Like, this is really impressive. Even if you're not into some of these games, the fact that you can like just try them out for $10 a month is a huge library for you. Like, it's great. So everything that's talked about here is already on Game Pass. There's going to be 22 console launch games. Like, that's really amazing. So Microsoft really brought their game. If I were to rate this presentation on a scale from A to F, I would give it maybe a B? B minus? B? Because they did show a lot of good games. They showed some things that I'm super hyped for. But there wasn't anything really new that I was like, oh my gosh, take all my money. Other than, I have to say, Balan Wonderworld. That looks really cool. What do you think of Microsoft's presentation? Are you going to get an Xbox Series X? Was there a game here that you're super pumped for? Are you a Halo person looking forward to it? Or did the graphics disappoint you? Or you don't care? We will get physical editions of these games, so don't worry. Just because things are on Game Pass doesn't mean you're not going to get a chance to buy your Halo helmet. That's going to be a thing. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you for sticking with me this long. It's a lot of things to go through. Please like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Thank you so much to our Patreon subscribers. We have a Redbubble if you want cool near mint condition swag. Smash that notification icon so you can get updates the second we drop new content. And remember, gamers who play together stay together. So love one another, keep gaming, wash your hands, wear a mask, and we love you. Take care of yourself. Peace.